Hey everyone, welcome to my channel about all things change and how to get yourself unstuck and make yourself look more attractive in your career, your business, and your life. Today I'm going to discuss how to nail any impression every single time. Now, people notice two things about you in any impression. Number one is competence, your competence, and number two is your warmth. So subconsciously, people they don't even know they're doing it. They feel those two things right away. Again, it comes back to that quote: "People don't always remember what you say, but they always remember how you make them feel." Right. So, two things: competence and warmth. So those are two things to keep in mind. And in any interaction, if you can nail those two things, people are going to have a better feeling about you. So in your career, when you meet someone, a lot of people really kind of understand the competence part a little bit. They know that, if they appear that they're more competent in their jobs or their lives, they're going to be more successful. But not a lot of people follow the warmth part of it. So in everything you do, people have a feeling about those two things. So not only verbally, but in other methods of communication as well. So we think about a lot of the things that we say that are automatic interactions, right? And it's hard to come across and nail that impression if you are automatic. So an example would be when you see someone at the gas station, at the coffee shop, at work, what do you say? You say things like, "How are you?" Right? "How are you?" And people give you an automatic reaction, right? Um, "How are you?" "Good. You?" "How are you?" "Not too bad." Think about that. So you're bad, just not too bad, right? "How are you?" "Hanging in there." "How are you?" "Oh, it's Monday." "How are you?" "It's almost Friday." Right? So we say these things automatically all the time, right? "How are you?" "Good. You?" I didn't ask a real question, but don't worry, that wasn't a real answer. Now, what if you were honest with people, right? And you said, "How are you?" "I'm awful." "I'm terrible." People look at you like you had two heads, right? So likewise, they weren't asking a real question anyway, right? So what I'm talking about are pleasantries. They're automatic reactions pleasantries, right? And it's going to be impossible to come across warmth unless you are present in that situation, because people can feel it, right? So you have to be present in order to nail that impression. That's the key to the warmth, right? And the same thing goes for your emails. How do people sign their emails? Well, if you work in the corporate world, people sign their emails "regards," "regards," right? Now, how does that make you feel? Does that make you feel warm? No. "Regards," or "respectfully," very respectfully, right? That's all sterile, cold language. A lot of times it's part of people's email signature, or V/R as an abbreviation, right? Or they just say "thanks," but it's just part of an abbreviation. It's part of their email signature, so it's automatic, right? So again, in order to nail the impression, the warmth and the competence, you've got to be present in the situations and talk to people as if they are, real people, right? So interactions, not transactions, right? People just aren't used to that. They're not used to real interactions. So what I do is in every interaction, I try to generate that warmth and that connection, and to be present. I only say what I mean, right? So when I sign an email, what's wrong with just signing your name? Or if I say thank you, I am actually thanking someone for something. If someone asks me how I am, I always try to give them a real answer. And it's not to say I'm going to be a negative person and say, "Oh, it's a terrible day, I'm having," but I'll give them a real answer. I'll say, I'm tired today, but it's a great day. I'm going to make it a great day. Something like that. And when you ask someone how they are, really mean to ask them. Now, years ago, I had someone approach me professionally, and they asked me how I was, but I remember it years later. The way he asked it was different, and I remember it. He stood there and he waited for a real response. Again, people aren't used to real interactions, but they can feel it, and you can make their day when you give them one, because you never know the impact you can have on someone with a real interaction. People aren't used to it, right? So again, to nail the impression, you've got to be warm, and you've got to be present in order to be warm. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, leave your comments below, and feel free to check out my other tip videos as well. Until next time.